Hi everybody, good morning. Welcome to your final science project. It is easy and it's fun, okay? So I don't want you to freak out. It's easy and it's fun. I am making this video because there's quite a few bits to it, and I think if you just see all of the documents, you'll feel kind of worried and it will look confusing. But if I talk you through it, you'll realize it's really, really simple. So there are a few things that we need to do still. Sorry, I need to plug in my computer. There we go. Okay, so there are a few things that we still need to cover. One is the parts of an airplane, and the second is what each part of the airplane is responsible for, okay? The third thing we need to do after that is try out making some planes and see if we can alter how they fly based on which pieces we fold a little bit differently. Obviously, these are going to be paper airplanes. We are not going to make giant jumbo jets. So let me just go over each document to show you what we're up to, okay? So here's the first one. This is your main assignment, okay? So you're going to go to here and you can see there are two parts. You're going to identify the different parts of a plane right here, and then you are going to explain the function of each part of the plane, okay? These are the things that we're going to have a quiz on Wednesday, June 24th. These are our quiz bits. So let's go see what those are, okay? First, you're going to watch this video on YouTube and use it to help you put these parts of the plane into the correct boxes up here, okay? And you can just choose, like maybe we'll just say cockpit for one piece. If your answer doesn't fit in the box, you can just go ahead and make the box a little bit bigger, okay, if you need to. So that is the first part, identifying the parts of the plane. And then the second part down here is just explaining what each part of the plane does, okay? The video is going to provide you with a really nice kind of shortened explanation. If you miss anything, the parts of the plane and the definitions are right down here, okay? I do not want you to copy and paste those things because you will learn nothing. And then when it comes time for the quiz, it might be quite confusing for you. So what I would do is I would take the time to actually sort out from the video what each part does, and I would write down the really short little description from the video because I think that will help you actually solidify it in your brain a bit better. Okay, so that is part one. You're going to do that teeny tiny worksheet. That's part one. Part two is when you start building the planes. And this is super cool because I have this resource for you where it actually gives you different types of paper airplanes and tells you exactly how to make them. So it gives you all of the directions, starting with just a normal blank piece of paper, okay? Each of these designs just requires a normal blank piece of paper. If you're lucky enough, you can actually print off the template and you can follow it to fold. So if I go down here, this paper actually has all of the folds built into it, and then you can just follow the instructions to do it. You do not need to print this off at all. You can also just use a normal piece of paper and really carefully follow those fold instructions and you'll be able to do it just as well, okay? I'm gonna show you one more because I think they're so cool. So here's another one. This is a condor. So again, it gives you all of the instructions piece by piece on how to put this plane together. And some of them are tricky, but you guys are very, very smart. And so you will be able to do this no problem, okay? So here's another one. Again, if you're really lucky, there's a template here for you that you can follow to fold, okay? And I just want to mention, this is supposed to be fun. Try it out. If your plane doesn't work out perfectly, It's not a big deal, but give it a shot and see what you can do. I was never a real pro at making paper airplanes, but I went to school with a couple kids who were amazing, and I always wish that I was a little better at it. I wish I had practiced a little more. So this is a cool time to do that, okay? You're done. Science is done. This is our last subject. We do have our teeny tiny little quiz on Wednesday, which is going to be not so difficult. So then just relax. Rock out a couple planes and see how you do. Now, the last thing I want to show you is that there is a rubric for this. However, I'm just going to adjust it a little bit because I don't want you to have to make so many. Okay? So here we go. For a CA, you've made 3 to 4 different types of paper planes, and you've completed a total of 5 trials for each glider, and you've recorded your distances. So this is the last piece of the project. Okay, for the planes that you make, for the planes that you make, you're going to just record the name of each one, and then you're going to fly it 5 times. And the reason we do that is to make sure that one of your flights isn't a fluke. Just like any experiment, right? If I only throw my paper airplane 1 time, I don't know if that's actually how far it goes. So we need to try it out a few times. So I would have 1 glider, so maybe I would say Condor, and then I would throw it 1 time, and I would record how far it went. And you can record in footsteps. Go like this. 1, 1, 1, 1. I don't care how you record. You can record in feet if you have a measuring tape, whatever. But I think footsteps would work great. So then you record the first throw, how many footsteps you took. The second throw, how many footsteps you took. The third throw, how many footsteps you took, etc. Okay? So for a CA, you are making 3, and you're filling out this chart. Okay? That's all you need to do. Now the next part, the reason this looks spooky is because if you're super into it, there's another cool extension part you can do. And I'm just going to show you that now, okay? So if you are in love with making paper airplanes, the next thing you can do is try out some different maneuvers. Okay, remember, this is an extension activity. You do not need to do this if you don't want to, but it is kind of cool. So here are the maneuvers. If you want to try to make your plane rise to the left, this is what you're going to do. You're going to put the right aileron down. You're going to put the left aileron up. You're going to put the rudder to the left, and you're going to move the elevators up. You don't know what the right aileron, the left aileron, the rudder, or the elevators do yet, but as soon as you do the first part of the assignment, you will know what they do. Okay? So you can try out a couple of these. Like, how cool would it be to be able to make your paper airplane do a 360-degree roll? That would be amazing. And this is how you would sort out doing that. Okay? So again, this section is totally optional. If you want to do it, amazing. If you want to record your results, that's super cool. If you don't want to, no problem. The only part everybody is required to do is, this top bit where you make a couple paper airplanes and you toss them to see how you're doing, okay? To see what kind of distance you can get. On Thursday, we are going to have a competition for longest distance of plane, and we're also going to have like a trick show. So if you do manage to make your plane roll 360 degrees, or you do manage to make your plane fly up and to the left, bring your tricks on Thursday, and we'll just have a big show-off party, okay? Okay, I know that it seemed like lots of different pieces, which is why I wanted to go over it, but I'm hoping that now that I've walked you through it, it will be a little bit more straightforward. Let me know if you have any questions. Today, I would definitely get through the worksheet with labeling the plane and what each part does, because that's what your quiz will be on for Wednesday, okay? Once you get that out of the way, try your skill. See if you can rock out a couple of those planes. Okie dokie. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you later.